Again, I'm Natasha T. Brown. I am an author, a book coach, a ghostwriter, and a marketplace minister. My mission is to share stories and share Jesus. And so in that vein, every Monday night, I host these conversations called Write What's Real, where we talk with nonfiction authors. We have transparent conversations with them all about their books, all about their brands. We tap into their brains so that we can learn what they know. Okay, so tonight, I'm really excited because I'm speaking with somebody, we're speaking with somebody who's going to help us all out tonight. Paranda Davis, she is known as the credit beast, okay, and that she is. She is a financial wizard when it comes to increasing credit scores and helping her clients go from poor credit to excellent credit. She boasts, and she's really, really good at this. She's really, really good at actually proving it. But one of the things that she is known for is helping people to get into the 800 credit score so that they can reach their financial goals. She has a no-nonsense approach to teaching others all about credit, and she educates her clients on various tips that they can do to be just the best in their finances. She is truly a beast at her craft, and recently in December, I was praying actually to God. You guys know how we do at the end of the year. We'll pray and we'll be like, God, I need to fix this. I need to fix that. And so one of my prayers was I wanted to increase my credit score. So I was like, God, I need to know what I can do right now to increase my credit score. And you will not believe it. Well, you might believe it, but God is so amazing. He sent one of my former clients to me, Tree Kelty, and she asked me, she said, Natasha, do you have time to edit a book? And I was like, sure. So I ended up editing this book, How to Get an 800 Credit Score by Paranda Davis. And when I tell you, it was literally a blessing from God. When you all pray for something, be ready to receive it, because God then sent that project to me and I edited the book. And immediately afterwards, I called Tree and I was like, listen, this is some good stuff. And so I put into practice everything that Paranda, well, not everything, but maybe 2 or 3 of the big things that Paranda talks about in her book, How to Get an 800 Credit Score for Rookies. And the next month, I got a notification that 7 items on my credit report have been removed. When I tell you she is the credit beast, okay, 7 items have been removed. And today I looked and I checked with one of the credit reporting agencies, and my score has increased with that particular agency by 85 points. I think it's like 85 points in the last 2 months. So this is something that I tried out. You guys know I like to bring you really great information. So without further ado, I want to bring on our special guest tonight, Paranda Davis. Okay, so hopefully you're on a mobile device, lady, and if not, I need you to go back off and come on in a mobile device, because it's not allowing me to add you. I'm not quite sure why it's not allowing me to add you, Paranda, but if you are here still, come back on a mobile device. Hi, Velvet. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Samaya. Hi, Bertrina. Hi, Lawan. Hi, Pierre. Hi, everybody. Hi, JR. And then I want you to request. Okay, there we go. So give her a round of applause. Type some emojis into the chat room. Hi,
hello.
Shayla. Hi.
Hey, Natasha. Thank you so much.
How are you?
I am great. You? Thank you so much. It was a blessing.
I am so happy that you are here.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, this is amazing. The book, thank you for all your support and your help. And I'm glad that the book have reached out and you've seen the results. So you know it works. So yeah.
I do. I know it works, guys. You all need to get her book. It's called The Blueprint, How to Get an 800 Credit Score for Rookies. And I am so mad I don't have my copy. It's in the mail coming to me. And I'm like, you have it. Okay, awesome. The book is so amazing. So for those of you who are just joining, this is Write What's Real. We have transparent conversations every Monday with nonfiction authors. And this Monday, we are speaking with the celebrity credit beast, Paranda Davis. She wrote a book that I had the honor of editing. It's called The Blueprint, How to Get an 800 Credit Score for Rookies.
Yes.
I'm giving you the snapshot, and then we're going to take it away with Paranda. But basically, I applied a lot of her tips, and my credit score has increased with one credit agency by 85 points in 2 months, and 7 items have been dropped off of my credit. But I wanted to try out these things because I knew I wanted to have her on this show. And so, Paranda,
Well, first of all, I'm a big believer that everyone in your household should have excellent credit. I wrote the book because I saw so many people that was not financial literate. There are so many people that lack money management that needed to proceed. When parents suffer from financial situations, the kids suffer as well. I went through a financial situation myself with 6 kids. Believe me, I know the struggle and I understand the struggle. I knew right from wrong. My grandparents taught me a lot about finances starting at the age of 8 years old. Once I grew up, I went through, I went through it. I thought that, I vowed it that I never would want to see anyone else go through the same thing. So I just want to be the one that helped break the cycle of poverty for those in and around my family and if friends, family, everywhere. That's why I wrote this book. I wanted to educate.
And the book
I
is so good.
want to educate everybody.
Awesome. The book is really, really amazing. And the tone of the book is so teachable. It's like you can literally grasp onto these lessons and remember them and just apply them immediately. So is this a realistic thing? A lot of people have bad credit. A lot of people have gone through tragedies in life. Most Americans do not have good credit. And so is it realistic to think, okay, if let's just say someone has credit score in the 500s, can they realistically get into the 800 credit score range?
Yeah, sure, it's possible. I have to first analyze a person's credit report just to see, to make sure that they have, the mix of credit, because, you have the 35%, of the history, then you have the 30%, which is the utilization, which is credit cards. Those are the two major, very important part of your credit that needs a lot of attention to make it work.
Yeah, and I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. That's okay. Okay.
In the book, you talk about that some people think that credit cards are a bad thing, but you talk about how they're not always a bad thing. So how can you use credit cards in a good way?
Credit cards, I'm telling you, I love credit cards. At first, at a young age, I was like, oh, I got free money, but it's not free money. What credit cards do, there's accounts that they're revolving accounts. So they never close. So over time in history, you is like telling the lenders, hey, I've been responsible for 10 to 15 to 20 years. So, I mean, they look at that. I mean, I look at his account that never closed. You just have to let it work for you and not let the credit card work for it,
Okay, so basically, make sure you're paying your credit cards on time, and the longer you do that, the better it is, because part of your credit report is built on how long you have had credit.
Yeah, and I just always say, get a credit card. Oftentimes, we don't understand the credit cards, so we stay away from them. Credit cards are training tools. I look at it as that, just use them and don't let it use you. Just pay your bills on time. Get some revolving accounts to build your credit. These accounts don't close like installment accounts. The longer your revolving accounts are open, the better.
Okay. And I'm going to get back onto our questions, but this has really got me thinking, because you know what, Paranda, when I started to implement some of your tips, and then some of them started falling off, then the big problem was they were saying that I didn't have a long enough credit history, because I made the mistake of closing some accounts as well. Not recently, but maybe in the last few years, I closed some of my older credit cards that I don't use anymore. And so now my issue is credit history.
Oh, okay. Well, that's real easy. Like, you can always piggyback off your parents or, someone close that, that under the same roof, your father. That will help you with your credit history. But so it takes time to build.
Oh, I think you're breaking up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. I know I can't. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what are some other tips that you can give to somebody who is trying to improve their credit?
Always pay your bills on time. If you have issues or you run into a bad situation, let the creditor know. Maybe they can put the payments on the back end. If you've been doing good with them, they will, of course, let you have a free month. And, you know, I usually like to do that, especially around the holidays, you know, around December. That's the best time. I love it. You know, like every 4 to 6 months, they'll let you skip a month. And, you know, just continue to pay your bills on time, get cleaned up, keep your credit, use your credit cards. I mean, it's so much. A lot of stuff is in the book. I don't want to give everything out.
So somebody did ask a question and someone else answered it with a tip that you do write in the book. They put, how do you get revolving credit when your score is not so great? And this is something you talk about in your book. You talk about secured credit cards. Can you explain what secured credit cards are and what the benefit of them is?
Secure credit cards are actually, you're borrowing against your own money, because the banks are saying, hey, you're very risky. I don't want to let you borrow no money. So guess what? You're using your own money as collateral. So, but however, we have on our website, on our company website, we have Second Chance, where you can go on there, no matter what credit, you know, situation you in, we can have secure credit card. It's very hard to get a secure credit card, especially if you have challenged credit.
Yeah, and so secure credit cards is like that way. It's easy to get a secure credit card basically when you have challenging credit, but you put your own money up and you're building credit because you're using it like a regular credit card, but it's secure in that you put your own money up and it's building your credit every month as you pay your credit down, right? As you pay your bills.
Exactly. We have to be careful, because I know most people, they always say that, hey, it's my money, I put it up, so they don't want to pay the money back. Or once they get the money on their secure card, they want to max it out. It doesn't work like that. You know, you have to, you know, whenever you put the money up, just keep it at 8% and just pay it every month, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, it's used as a regular credit card.
So you use it as, okay, so repeat that about the 8%.
That is a big difference between, you know, 8 is the magic number for me. The 8%, there is a big difference between the 30%. I know most banks, you know, you Google everything, they always say 30. One of my colleagues, he pointed that out with me whenever I was going through training. He was explaining the difference between the different points between keeping your balances down to 0 instead of just 30. So whenever I did try it, I used to keep it down to 0, but when I tried it just to test it, it worked, you know? So 8 is the magic number for me. I think that you're like gaining like 60 to 80 points just from keeping your credit cards down to 8% instead of 30. I'm not a big believer on 30. I hate 30 now.
Okay, so 8% meaning that's how much like balance you have compared to how much you can have. I'm sorry, I need it broken down.
Okay.
I'm trying to understand what the 8% is. Is that the amount that you have? Like, I'm trying to think of the terminology.
The balance.
The balance. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the balance.
So keep it 8% of what you can have.
Right.
Okay.
No. Like, say for instance, for an example, if you have a credit card, $200, secure credit card, or just a regular credit card, I wouldn't go over $16 on it.
So don't spend more than $16 if you have a $200
credit card. Yes. Right.
Gotcha. So 8%
now, if you
is the balance.
Right. Now, if you come into emergency and you have to max it out, just make sure that you pay it back before that creditor reports to the credit bureaus.
When do they report?
So it won't, you don't put a big old dent in your credit score.
Right. How often do they report, and when do they normally report?
You would have to call your creditor and ask them what actually day that they report. That's what I do with all of my cards. I will call them and say, hey, what day do you actually report to the credit bureaus? Because that's very, very important. I mean, you have a due date, and then you have a date that they report. So I would just call them and say, I need to know when you actually like are calling or a signal to the credit bureaus when you're going to report. And then they tell me a date, and I wrote it down, and I just tried it, you know. It's just different techniques I have, you know. And it also buy me some time.
Absolutely. So Sharnetta is saying, so are you saying only spend $16 and then pay the bill? Exactly, Sharnetta. That's what you're saying. So if you have a $200 balance on a credit card, in order to build your credit, spend $16, no more than $16 a month, and then pay off that $16 before the bill is due, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got that from reading the book.
Okay.
So Paranda, how can people get the book, Paranda?
The book is available now on Amazon, and you just put in the blueprint, how to get an 800 credit score for rookies.
Okay. And then do you want to direct people to your website as well if they want to get their credit repaired? Because talk about your services.
Sure. Yeah, we delete inaccurate information off your credit report. We challenge each month. We challenge different accounts off your credit report. We look for names, addresses, emails, phone numbers, anything that we don't look to see that's inaccurate, that we know that we can prove that they made a mistake. Oh, you definitely, we're going to get it. We're going to execute it.
Yeah, that is really good information, because a lot of times yes, it does work. A lot of times if there's anything wrong with an account that's reporting, right? Even if, let's say, you do owe the money for real in real life, but if they're reporting anything wrong, or if they can't really prove it, you can literally dispute it and a lot of times get the stuff off your credit.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to have proof. You just have to be careful. You just have to have proof.
Okay.
Because everything is data entry anyway, and we have rights, and you have to remember this, and you already know that that's in the book as well, that the creditors, they have a relationship with the credit bureaus. They have memberships. So the creditors pays the credit bureaus. So the creditors, they can report whatever, they can say whatever they want to say on our credit report, but putting in all the data, that we make mistakes. That's why I had to hire you. Because we make mistakes.
Yeah, it is. It's just like editing, That's exactly right. Like when you write a book, you get an editor, and when these credit companies put your report in your accounts in, they make mistakes too. So yes, you can still dispute it. And the book is called How to Get an 800 Credit Score for Rookies. Paranda, what is your actual website?
It's www.dfpcreditrepair.com, or you can go to davisfutureplanningsllc.com.
Okay. So how has life changed for you since you published this book, Paranda?
When I tell you, oh my gosh, thanks to 3P. Oh my God, that was like my nurses. Shout out to 3P. This is like a dream. This is something like, it felt like I was having triplets. It was like, I'm still feeling it. It's like, I mean, I have the wow effect, but it's just more like, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm happy, I'm thankful, but it's a blessing. But it feels like I just had, I birthed a child. That's what it feels like. Absolutely. I mean, I was in a nervous wreck. But I'm very happy though.
So, but it's definitely worth it. And the reasons why, I mean, writing a book is beneficial anyway, guys, because you can package your wisdom in books. And Paranda can't help everybody in the whole world, but now that she has a book, she actually can help everybody who's willing to invest. And so we have some questions, Paranda. Are you okay for a couple more minutes to take some questions?
Yeah. Okay. How long does it take to repair credit? It just depends. It just depends. Sometimes it could be up to 4 6 months to 8 months. Sometimes a year. It just really depends on how much you have to fight.
Yeah. How much you have to get off. Like, I had a lot of stuff on my credit that me personally, that needed to come off. And I know with me, it's going to take a little bit. But some of that stuff, like I mentioned, is already started to drop off. But how many people know we
Yes,
make mistakes in our 20s that
exactly.
you start paying
Hmm.
for when you get in your 30s?
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So, Batrina says, is there more about utilization?
What do you mean about utilization? I know exactly whenever she's talking about credit cards, what questions is she asking about that?
Yeah, if you could be a little bit more specific, Batrina, if you have a specific question, let us know. Um, let's see. I'm trying to scroll back up to see if there are any other questions. Is that with secure cards? Larice, yes, we were talking about the 8% with secure credit cards.
Right.
Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. What is the best place to view your credit score? That's a good question, Paranda. Where's
Good
the best place to
question.
view your
Yes.
credit score?
Well, Identity IQ, Credit Check Total, Privacy Guard. They have a trial period for like 7 days, and those are good for me. A lot of people, which is free, is Credit Karma. They're only going to give you two credit scores, which is fine. I mean, they have a Vantage score, but it's free, so why not look at it?
Yeah, so Credit Karma, I'm just trying to repeat because it broke up a little bit. Creditkarma.com is a free one. And then you mentioned two, what were the other ones?
Privacy Guard, Identity IQ, and Credit Check Total.
Okay.
And also, you can get your credit. They don't give you a score. You will have to pay for a free annual report. You could go there and get a free credit diagnosis.
Okay, free annual report. So Larice says, with all of the data breaches, which bureau is most reliable?
All of them are reliable.
Yeah, so I mean, even though they're data breaches,
you actually don't get a good score until you do a tri-merge as far as purchasing a home or a car. That's when you really get the actual score, which is a hard pull.
Okay. Okay, so someone wants to know, is gap insurance important?
As gap insurance is important. Common sense. Everyone needs gap insurance. I talk about that in the book as well. I don't want to give out too much stuff. Everyone should have gap insurance.
Yeah, so I think one of the scenarios you talk about in the book is like you buy a new car and you basically go off the lot and you crash the car and the car has depreciated from when you go off the lot, and that's where your gap insurance comes
Exactly.
in. Yeah. So exactly. That is important. Okay, so yes, you all need to get the book. You need to get the book. Where can you refinance a car? Where I think that's
I recommend any credit union. They have the best interest rates.
Okay, so credit unions have the best interest rate. Yes, that's so true. I used to work at a credit union, and
yeah, so you should know. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
On fire.
But with the insurance, you're good. Yes, Tamika, with the gap insurance, you would be good. And if you have insurance that covers, I guess if you have it full coverage that covers everything, then you should be good. But a lot of people do not have that.
Yeah. So, gap insurance is secondary insurance, which is real good.
Yes. Yes. Hi, Felicia. Welcome to everyone else who's joining. Okay, so we have a couple more minutes, Paranda. Is there anything else you want to say to the people? Fine. Any last tips? Any places to reach you?
Yes, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Make sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Make sure you get the book. The book is written in layman's terms, so an 8th grader can read it as well. Okay, what about the back of the book? The bonus part.
Oh,
Natasha?
the kids. You have
Yes.
a bonus at the end of the book.
Yeah.
That's right. So,
That that's my
talk about
favorite
that.
section.
Talk about your bonus at the end.
The bonus at the end is everything that I have implemented in my children. I'm telling you, it worked. I was going through trial and error with my kids. I was like, my kids will not go through what I've been through. They will not. So I had to teach them at a young age, and lay out that platform. But it works. I said, here we go. Everything in there, I did it, and trust me, it works.
So in the back of her book, guys, she has a section on how to teach your kids finances and money management. It talks about colleges. It talks about credit for kids. It's really, really good. So if you are a parent, especially of a preteen or a teenager, you want to get this book because she has like a whole extra, it could be a whole nother book at the end of the book for parents and kids, how to teach your kids
Yes.
finances. So
Yes.
it's really good. Someone says parents just don't understand.
Yes. She read the whole book. Let me tell you.
Yes. Listen, so this book, guys, again, it's really, really amazing. And I want you all to go and support Paranda Davis. She is a new author, but she's definitely not new at doing this. She has been, she owns a a financial agency where she does credit repair, and she travels around, she speaks, she coaches people on their finances. She helps them set goals financially to achieve their financial dreams. And her book is really, really good. I wouldn't lie. Her book is good.
Yes.
And I've implemented some of the tips, and I've had some success with it. So I'm excited to continue to see where this goes. So someone says, do you do seminars?
Yes, ma'am. You have to contact my management company, but I do.
Yes, so the management company is 3P Consultants. Tree Kelty, who just posted, she says, Paranda helped me get in the 800 Club. Tree, you can contact Tree as well. If you want to type your email address, Tree, the 3P Consultant email address. Okay, so Portia says, thank you. I was just about to ask about a guest who talks about financing college minus student loans. I don't want Amari trapped that way. I wish I would have known before taking on Sally Mae. Yeah.
Yes.
That's unfortunately, that's like a lot of parents. I don't know if you have anything that you want to say on that, Paranda, on financing college without student loans.
Me personally, honestly, just I tell everybody is to work hard. So a lot of people, they use their credit cards to pay off their student loans, to pay off their, for the colleges, save, CD accounts. I mean, that's the only way that you can do it to possibly pay for college. I mean, that's the best, is to save.
Yeah. And my mom, I know one thing that she does is she puts money in CD accounts, like high interest
exactly
accounts. So you get a big lump of savings. It's, take your tax money. If you get $5,000 back, put it in a high interest account and let it sit there, and that will help as well.
Exactly. And then also, of course, credit cards. Use your credit cards. If you really want it, you will make a way to get it.
Yeah, and one of the things that she talks about in the book, guys, is that you can't be afraid of credit cards. You just have to be responsible with them, because sometimes a credit card will help you get to your next, what you want to do, but you just got to be responsible. Like, don't go max out the card.
Right,
make sure you're paying down your balance and paying the bill every month. So we can't be afraid of credit. Don't be afraid of credit.
Because a good example, if someone comes and wants, an investment, and let's say the investment is $20,000 to $30,000, but guess what? I have the ability to invest. Savings, credit cards, I'll be in a position to make those investments. So that's why credit cards are they are very important. You never know. You have to be ready. That's life. You never know what's going to come at you, and you have to be ready.
Yeah,
You can
Okay,
miss the
so
biggest investment ever.
and so you're saying that you can use credit cards sometimes to make a big investment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So guys, this is there's levels. I've learned in everything in life there's levels to this. Some people are like, what? You know, I know I'm one of like, really? Like, you don't think about some of the things that you can do, but you can get, just like you can get creative with writing, you can get creative with your finances. And once you
Exactly.
master certain things and get past level one, so some people might be at level one, and that's okay. Level one might be rebuilding your credit or building credit. And level two might be buying your first house. Level three, you know, and so you might, it's levels to this. And so
That's
don't
right.
be afraid to, once you graduate from one level, to experience, you know, to kind of experiment with the next level once you know that you are fiscally responsible. So,
Yes.
okay, we're going to go. Becky Taylor. Okay, last question. Becky Taylor has a question. What is a high interest account?
High interest accounts. What is, it depends. Like, what is she, credit cards or what?
I I think that she's talking about when I
Toxic
mentioned to
loans?
save. I think she's talking about when I talked about saving and putting your money in a high interest earning account. So basically a savings account
Oh, okay.
where you earn high interest, whereas a regular savings account, you might earn like something small, like pennies every month. But there are other types of accounts, like, what are they, money manager accounts and CDs. So certificates of deposits, accounts like that, that actually pay you more on what you save than a normal checking savings account type account. So that's what we were talking about. Go to your credit union, find your local credit union and start there. They will definitely have a lot of resources that can help you out. All right, Paranda. So tell the people how to follow you on social media and also on your website, and how to get your book one more time.
Oh, okay. Instagram, the Celebrity Credit Beast. Also Facebook, the 800 Club, and also Author Paranda Davis. You can also check my book out on Amazon, and also my business, Davis Future Planning LLC.com. And just remember, stay consistent, believe, trust me. You guys can do it. It is a journey. We all here together to help you. If you have any questions, you can always inbox me or whatever. But the journey is real, and I'm telling you, like, just keep going. I see a lot of people get frustrated during this, the journey, but just be consistent. Trust the process. Purchase the book to help you along the way, and that's the best advice I can ever do. And just pay your bills on time. Get your credit card too.
That was good advice. That was a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
No
for
problem.
being
Thank you.
here
I
tonight.
appreciate you, Natasha.
We appreciate you too. Have a good night.
Okay. All right, you too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, so I hope that you enjoyed tonight's edition of Write What's Real. These are transparent conversations that we have every single Monday with nonfiction authors. Paranda Davis believes that everyone in your household should have good credit. So I want you guys to check out her book. It's called The Blueprint: How to Get an 800 Credit Score for Rookies. We're going to be back next week with another great edition, another amazing conversation. So if you are not subscribed to my website or to the B&D brand website, click the link in my bio. Hit one of those links. You can hit my business, my website. Subscribe to our email list so that you can get the updates on our next Write What's Real conversation. Thank you again, Paranda, and thank you, Triana, Velvet, and everyone at 3P Consultants for making this interview happen. We appreciate you, and I hope that you guys got a lot out of tonight. Bye.